Hi guys, today we're going to do a little video about body paint and face paint for cosplay. And we're going to cover a bunch of different topics. So Mel is going to run us through the topics that we're going to talk about.
We are going to talk about different techniques that people use, different paints that people use, and different sort of little tips and things that we've kind of picked up, setting, how to set and how to contour, and then sort of how to seal, and then also how to get it off.
Which is important.
It's really important when you have work on Monday and have a con on Sunday. So yeah, we're going to basically use your face.
Yeah.
And kind of probably demonstrate a little bit on like how different products work on different skins as well, because we all have completely different skin tones and completely different types of skin.
Yes.
So
exciting stuff. So I'm going to start off by saying you need to prep your skin, especially if you're going to be wearing it for long periods of time. Personally, I have like oily, dry combination skin, so like everything just hates my face. So I always have to be sure that I prime, because otherwise it's a hot mess, like it's not a good time. And the primer that I use for literally everything is the Laura Mercier foundation primer. This little guy. And you just basically put it on like you would a moisturiser, kind of where you're going to put on your face paint and stuff. It's really good for your face. I've not personally used it for body painting, but
I tend to prime my body as well. So obviously for Mystique, all of this bit gets done. I tend to prime the bloobs. I will basically prime anything that's going to have body paint on it, because it just helps it stay on longer, generally.
When I did Ivy, the thing that I would do for my arms and legs is I would make sure I shaved everything. Because trying to put body paint over body hair is not the easiest or smoothest thing to do, and because I was using some latex over the top of that, that would have been painful to remove.
That would have been a bad time.
Yeah.
That'd be a bad time.
I will say, Mayron does go over facial hair. I painted up Daniel as Beast, and it does go over facial hair quite easily. Lovely, Mayron.
So I have already primed this monstrosity, so we're kind of ready to get going.
Okay, we're going to go through some water-based face paints first. Mel likes her Mayron, so we've got some of that, and I use Snazaroo, so I've got this guy.
I also use Snazaroo at the moment, though I am tempted to branch into Mayron. So win me over! Win me over!
Oh, we're doing dark blue. Will we compare?
Should we compare the blue?
Okay.
Blue on two sides. Also, with any cake makeup,
you want one of these, not specifically one that looks like a cat, but it is a little spray bottle that we've filled with water. So you don't wet your brush or your sponge.
No, it needs to look like a cat, guys. If you've got a frog or a dog, it just isn't going to work the same way. Oh my god, I just got scooshed. Well, joke's on you, you're going to have to wait until your side dries before you can apply anything.
I always tend to use a foundation brush, just because for me it works better.
It's okay, I've patted it off.
My skin does not seem to like sponge application. It just goes really, really patchy no matter what paint I use, so I tend to use a foundation brush. It's probably because most of the time I put a foundation on with a foundation brush, so I'm pretty used to it. Whereas you always use a sponge.
Yeah, which is weird, because I put foundation on with a brush.
There you go.
But yeah, I always use a little sponge.
I apply my Snazaroo with a brush, but I seal it with a sponge.
There you go. 3 different ways.
I think the one thing to take away from this video is practice your makeup, because not everything is going to work on your skin specifically.
Yep. Snaz does not like my skin at all, especially below the facial area. Like, it's fine on the face, not too bad. As soon as I get down to here, it just cracks. Like, me and Sarah had a lovely time not testing our face paint out before a con. First time we did Mystique and Kurt, that was not a fun time with the Snaz.
So, are we going to get going?
Yes, shall we show
some
how we
swatches?
do the... Literally that. We both
Tiniest
do it pretty much the same way. Present.
Just put that down somewhere. And then I'll rub my sponge on it until it's basically dry.
And I do exactly the same with the brush.
And then when it's all tacky and paint's sliding about everywhere.
We just paint your face.
And what I'll do is I'll come up closer to the camera so you guys can see a bit more what.
Doesn't work when you're pushing from the other side.
Sorry. Okay, it's just going. Okay, so you guys can see, this side is with the sponge, and this side is with the Mayron and the brush.
Snaz and sponge, Mayron and brush.
So obviously they're not exactly the same colours.
Because they're not meant to be.
They're not meant to be. They're different products by different brands in different shades of dark-ish blue. But that kind of gives you an idea of what the coverage looks like in both.
Yes. What are we moving on to next?
Setting that said, so once it's dried, you then want to set it basically. So I would recommend setting with some kind of powder or eyeshadow and a sealing spray.
Well, I can join in for this bit, because I'm going to talk about sealing metallic colours. So the one character that I do that has a lot of facial painting going on is Metaton. And if any of you have ever used sort of cake-based metallics, you'll know you don't get a particularly metallic finish, but I have a really cool way that you can actually get something that doesn't look awful. I know a lot of people that do metallic colours, a lot of the robot cosplayers, use a two-part paint, so there's like a powder and like a sort of activating agent.
I think that's actually by Mayron as well.
Also by Mayron, apparently.
I thought it was Ben Nye.
I think quite a lot of
few
companies do a version of it. But as you can see, basically what you have to do with the silver is even then you need to build it up so you can get any kind of coverage. I'm going to show you what the silver looks like without any fixing agent. So, like, it just kind of looks grey. It's just not amazing. There we go. And now we're back on schedule, guys.
Right, shall we show off our powders that we use for setting?
Yeah, give me 2 seconds.
Wow.
Russell,
You had all that time.
What's yours?
I use Johnson's baby powder for basically everything.
It's true.
Yeah, it goes on white, but if you brush it off, it goes completely translucent. So it's a good all-purpose setting powder, and it's really cheap.
And you set it with a brush.
Yeah, I also set with a big fluffy brush, but I tend to use eyeshadow, so I've literally got a blue just a normal blue eyeshadow, and then I also contour and highlight with eyeshadow.
I set with a not TM Beauty Blender brush.
A Blender Beauty.
A Blender Beauty sponge smudger face machine. And I actually set it with a metallic silver eyeshadow.
So do we want to get patting your face?
Yeah, I'll let you guys start. So that folk can kind of see what's going on. Oh my god, I'm going to cover it in this.
Yeah, but the brush is off.
It's in my lungs.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
It's carcinogenic.
Yeah. It's all your fault.
I'm pretty much done. That doesn't take much.
That's my ear. I'm attached to that. Don't let Maya do your makeup, guys.
I'm used to doing my own.
Abuse.
Other people's, like...
See, I've done other people's before.
Okay, so yeah, it's just a little bit of this guy. It's all over my joggies. And then... dab, dab, dab. And what I'll probably do is I'll do... Don't. Seriously, don't. I can't be doing with that. What I'll do is I'll show you half of it with the powder sealed and half of it without, so you can kind of see the difference. Because it is pretty noticeable. Okay, so on this side, we have Mayron with a brush with then blue powder sealed. That guy. And on... I'm stuck. And on this side, we have the Snazaroo with a sponge with talcum powder. So you can get that guy and that guy. And then on my chin, you have... I'm trying to remember what side it is. Because it's all flipped and good stuff. You have... On this side, you have the Snazaroo with the metallic thing over the top, and then on this side you just have the Snazaroo. So you can see that the metallic shadow is what kind of gives you that nice finish.
The one thing as well with body paint is as soon as you've got your face covered in one colour, no matter whether it's blue or green or purple,
That's your life.
That's your
You're
life
just a
for one.
circle.
You just are a circle. You have no depth whatsoever to your face. So that's basically how I learnt to contour, is practice for Mystique. Because I don't normally contour too much anyway. But yeah, literally, like, it's really, really important with
Full
body
face
paint.
colours.
Yeah.
Ahoy, hi, we are back.
I'm going to sit up so I don't look so short.
And we're going to be demonstrating some things for you.
Do my tall thing.
Mel is going to be doing some highlight and contour on Luke's Mayron face. I've put some light coloured snaz on my cheek, and I'm going to show you how I do the scales for Undyne, which is what I use for my contour.
So I basically just have literally just a white eyeshadow, nothing special at all. Turn your face more towards me. Thank you.
That was so the camera could see.
I know, but then I can't see. So I'm literally just taking that, just on really high points. I just kind of chuck it at my face until it looks right. I'm not very good at contour, you can tell.
So that is what you're seeing here. So you're seeing the cheekbone.
Chiseled.
And the highlight across the top. As opposed to like the matte that you've kind of got, you can see at the bottom.
Or if you...
Yeah.
So like the difference that you can just see it even just looking straight on. The definition that you get into the face, like that will flatten you'll look like a just little gooseberry, but then as soon as you kind of add your shapes back in, you'll look like there's actually like
bone structure there.
Yeah, you're not just a squish. You're not just a squish.
But yes, scales. You will need a net wig cap or a pair of fishnet tights or something with this sort of pattern on it. And 2 different colours of paint, one darker than the other. So I've already got my light cheek on, and then I'm going to pull the wig cap over my face and dab on the dark colour on top to give me some little triangles and squares all over my face.
Can I just add as well, it doesn't actually work with a brush, I've tried it. It only really works with the sponge for me.
That makes sense, because with a brush you'll just be pulling the wig cap out of the way.
Yep.
Whereas with a sponge you can dab on top. I need to stop saying the word dab because I know everybody out there is just going to be like...
No. That is the first and the last time you will ever see any of us do that.
I didn't even dab properly, I just void.
You just flung your arms in the air. We're old people, we don't know how to do these spicy new wave memes.
I was gonna say, cute Beth.
Spicy new wave memes that all you kids.
Kawaii cosplay appears from the distance. You called. Can I have a mirror? Okay. So I use the scales for my contour and Undyne, and this looks great with this all over my face.
It's very fetching.
So just under my cheekbone.
Welcome to our life when it's Undertale Day.
And now at the moment that just looks like I've got a really severe cheekbone going on there, but if I take the wig cap off, you'll see this nice scale pattern that I've got going on. And then if I turn face on, this is a little bit of contour, which is quite a nice effect.
Also, if you want to do small details, just literally just use a paintbrush because I'm scabby.
We're all scabby.
Yeah, scabs.
I've think you're the same, like, with your poison ivy, though. Like, you kind of just use the paint.
Well, if you're
brush and
using something like latex, you don't want to use a brush that you've spent any sort of money on. Because it's single use, basically,
and this is
at
also
that point.
Mayron, because, again, I tried the dark snaz and wanted to save money and still doing the same.
Okay.
So you're going to get some little scales now. About that doesn't like show me now.
Ow. Are you sure it's a brush you're using, not like a needle? Oh my god. Look at it!
It's
Look at
solid! What?
Maybe that was used to like
That's pain.
Wow, Mel.
I've probably got that in my skin now.
It's fine, it's fine!
It's fine.
Fine.
You just
But
got
yeah,
permanently
use a-
dyed blue
use a
skin.
Use a brush that's not spiky. I won't touch you, it's fine.
Thanks.
Obviously the last step you really want to do as well is seal again your face paint. Even though you've already kind of done it with like setting powder or whatever you want to use.
You can never seal your paint enough.
No.
Especially if I'm wearing white.
I tend to use Mayron barrier spray because apparently I'm just walking out a bit for Mayron.
We have a NYX, which is over there.
Swift like that.
NYX matte finish.
Long
Setting
lasting
spray.
finishing spray.
Yeah.
Or even in a pinch you can use hairspray.
Just don't breathe it in.
No. But yeah, set all your face and everything. Obviously, bear in mind it will come off on clothes. It will come off.
If you rub at it, it's gonna
Yeah.
come off.
Like if you kind of, because it's water based, if you sweat at all, it will come off.
Which is what the setting spray helps
Yeah, and obviously the primer as well beforehand. But like I know that with Mystique, it tends to sort of get all around the collar of the stuff. But like it's really bad on the white version because Vanish, I love you. Because while obviously it's blue and it's washable, it's like it's blue on white. It's not a good time. And obviously bear in mind other people you might be sharing bathrooms with.
Yeah.
May not appreciate
Other
the blue.
people that you're sharing cons with. So if you run up to someone for a hug and you've not sealed your body paint and you
Please
hug
don't.
them, don't. It's basically the only way we can say that. Just, it's not hard. Like for how simple it is to talcum powder yourself. You don't even need to like use the sprays. Even that will put a little bit of a barrier between you and the poor soul.
I'll
that
find
will-
a bit of my hand that doesn't have blue on it already.
Yeah, I can do that and
Nothing. As opposed to this one, which doesn't have anything sealed on it, and my hand's all blue.
That over someone's beautiful Princess Serenity gown.
Yeah.
That's going to make you
Even
super
when
popular.
I set, I'll still be really careful. I'll do like careful sideways hugs.
Because I don't like you touching me.
Rude.
Just with your eyes. Pet me, but just with your eyes. But yeah, you can basically squish these guys on and as many layers as you want. Just be like, pretend you're Jeffree Star. Just go to town.
It's the really good thing though about Mayron for me is that I only have to put one layer on, and that's pretty, and then like touch-ups, and that's it. Whereas with Snaz, when I've used Snaz, I've had to put 5 layers on before.
Which is something
Get
we were
coverage.
discussing off camera of how easy Snaz goes onto my skin compared to yours. I want to do a test of this actually,
Okay.
just so you guys can see.
So the same colour that you've got on.
I'm gonna put a bit on your face
Okay.
and a bit on my face and see what happens. This is when it goes onto your face really easy. And I'm just like, Mel, you lied.
What you'll also notice is even though that we're all crazy pasty, because we live in the UK,
I'm a lot paler than Mel.
Yeah.
Like,
Mel's actually got a skin tone under there.
Also, it never goes on even with me either, with the sponge or with Snaz.
okay, do we want to go in for our close-up?
In for the close-up. Try and get my face into the light.
Like, it's not too bad on you,
It
coverage-wise,
doesn't
but it is a
look
bit patchy.
too bad, but the thing is that's for the camera. In person, it looks worse.
Yeah, I can verify that it is decidedly patchier, but it is just because no pigment in the skin, so there's like, it's like if you were using like a crayon or something on like a piece of white paper, and then you have a bit of cream kind of coloured paper, it's gonna look different. So you kind of have to bear that in mind when you're choosing products. Like if you have a darker skin tone, you're going to want something which is higher pigmented.
Yeah.
Obviously, bear in mind as well, there are other paints and stuff out there.
Yes.
Like there's more sort of oil-based ones, and you've got like packs, for example, as well. So if you basically want to paint
Grease
yourself
paint.
and it not come off, do that. However, I do like the fact that I usually need to go to work on a Monday morning after a con, so I prefer not to do that. But I know that like that is sort of highly recommended. However, getting it off is difficult. This will come off. You do use makeup wipes with your.
I can get my entire Metatone face off with makeup wipes, which is what we're going to talk about next. Because some folk find, just like you put your makeup on differently, other people find it easier to take off. So I can take an entire face of Metatone off from like here up with the black and the silver and the pink eye and all that nonsense with these little guys.
Whereas Mel and I are much more in favour of just going for a shower.
I could sit there and try and work, but the thing is as well, if you try it on the Mayron, it just smears. Like it, and especially if you've got a full face and you've got literally like a whole pack of makeup wipes it takes. So I prefer just going for a shower, which means I have to reschedule cosplay plans sometimes when I'm like, we've got a train later today and I'm blue, I can't do that. So yeah, you're demonstrating that quite well.
Yeah.
Clean face.
I'm just going to have blue cheeks
I know, it's got one blue
for the rest of the night.
one cheek. So if you try that side, just see what it does.
I'll take a clean one for that. Just going through an entire pack of makeup wipes.
They were like 50p, it's alright.
Sainsbury's Sensitive Aloe Vera.
See how it just kind of smears a lot more?
I'm going to see if I can get it all off with
It
the same
will come
two
off,
that I
but-
used for things. I've never worn this one before. I also don't know how much you put on me, which is...
It does look like it's sort of like, not stained your skin, but there's still a bit of blue left.
That's what I mean. You can get a lot of it off, but to be honest, it's just easier with the shower.
So that's with one wipe, and then...
But obviously, imagine if you've got that and then
If you got a full face
and
of
all down
it,
here.
A full body of it, like, just jump in the shower. It's water based, so the water should just dissolve it.
It
in, like,
does. Like I can get my full mystique off in basically like a 10-minute shower. I basically just wash myself twice, and my hair as well, because obviously it all gets in the hairline as well. Cause
Fun times.
Fun times. Because again, I'd rather just paint right up to the wig and be like, yep. And again, it's going to get a bit on the wig. It's going to get a bit on your clothes. You have to just deal with
Actual life now.
Yep.
You're blue now.
Yep.
Abadi, abadi.
Also, ears are delightful.
Yeah, they are the one thing that's hard to like get stuff out of it. Have a friend help.
You will like get Q-tips and like properly go in there, because like you don't want to be that person that goes back to work and then you find out you've still got black face paint in your ear like 3 days after the con and you just look dirty. You don't want to be that person. I'm not speaking from a place who's done that before.
I'm not speaking from a person who still gets blue out of their ears like 4 days after the con. Despite all the showers, you know. But yeah, that's pretty much us, I think.
So if you have any questions of anything we haven't covered, or any questions where you're wanting us to go more in depth, drop us a little comment below. If you have stuff that you don't want to use in the comments, then check us out on the Facebook page, Bandersnatch Studios.
You can drop us a message on there. We usually get back to you
as quick
on the same day.
Yeah, it'll be same day. There's enough of us, I mean, goodness sake. And we'll do our best to help you out.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching. And I hope you enjoyed.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.